Good morning or afternoon. Today we are looking at number 109, Rhythm Antics. This is a song in your book that doesn't really have any sort of story or history. It exists solely to teach you one concept, and that concept is called syncopation. Syncopation, as the book defines it, is starting a note that is one beat or longer on the and. The and is the upbeat. That is a correct definition, but it's kind of wordy and a bit confusing. I think that a simpler way to say that would be syncopation is emphasizing a weak beat or a weak part of the beat. In this case, the ands or the upbeats. So in practice here, what that means is when you're playing this measure, measure 1 or measure 3, the rhythm is one and, one and. So what that sounds like to me is that the second note here sounds more important than the first note, just by virtue of the rhythm. The second beat here is going to be starting on the and of 1, meaning that the and of 1, or the upbeat, or the weak beat, sounds like it's being emphasized here. 1 and 1. So that measure is syncopated, or emphasizing a weak beat or a weak part of the beat. Note that it is very important that you tap your foot while you're doing syncopation. The weak beat or the upbeat, one and, every time you have one of these upbeats, they will happen when your foot is in the air. That's why we call it the upbeat, because your foot is up. Looking at the music itself, the key signature here is concert F, meaning that this is based on the notes of the concert F scale. So if you play trumpet or clarinet or tenor sax, you're going to have one sharp in your key signature, and that is going to be F sharp. So make sure in the last three measures here, you're playing F sharps. If you play flute, mallets, or low brass, you've got one flat in your key signature, and that is B flat. So you will be playing E naturals in those last couple of measures. If you play alto sax, you'll have two sharps in your key signature, F sharp and C sharp. So C sharps here in the last three measures rather. And French horns, you have no flats and no sharps in your key signature, meaning that in the last three measures, you will be playing B naturals or Bs. Trigger 2. One final note here, clarinets. Note that when you get to measure number 5 here, you drop down an octave and go to a low D, whereas everybody else will keep going up there. It's not really necessarily harder for you, but it's different. So just be aware that that is going to sound slightly different when you play it. Good luck and have fun.